Why are narcissists so offended when you want to talk about your feelings? And if you're new here, I have narcissistic personality disorder. So the main reason that narcissists get offended when you want to discuss your feelings is because they know, we know, we are responsible for your feelings being hurt or you feeling a certain type of way. So when you want to discuss your feelings, we take it, the narcissist in your life takes it as direct criticism to how they are treating you. So the second that you open your mouth and you want to discuss how you feel, you're like, hey, can we talk about how I feel? It's always going to be a response like, oh my goodness, what now? What about your feelings? You're so emotional. Because we take it as criticism because we haven't been the person that we needed to be. And we don't like you to say that out loud. We don't want to hear about how bad we've been treating you. The narcissist does not want to hear about how bad that they've been treating you. So one thing that a narcissist will say to escape all accountability here is we are not responsible for your feelings. You took it the way that you took it, not how I meant it. You're way too emotional. Hope this.
What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, and I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy like myself, and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. This series right here is dedicated to just making my TikToks and my YouTube shorts longer. They are 60 seconds or less, and it's going to be longer than 60 seconds here, of course. So I'm outside today. I'm actually at a photo shoot I'm about to do. I got a little time, so let me shoot a video. So the video you just watched was about how a narcissist will say that they are not responsible for your feelings. Like a narcissist, like we will literally take your feelings that you try to express to us as criticism, because deep down, not even deep down, we know we are treating you badly. I know people keep asking me, they're like, do the narcissists know they're treating you badly? Do they know what they do? Yes, they know. Narcissists know the difference between right and wrong. They just do. It is a statement of fact. They know the difference between right and wrong, but yet they choose to do it anyway, because narcissists have the me first attitude. I'm going to make me happy first, and if you happen to get hurt while I'm trying to make myself happy, then you are collateral damage. Then I'm not responsible for you getting hurt. You're responsible for getting hurt, because I told you who I am. I've showed you who I am. Especially if there have been a lot of inconsistencies in the relationship, a lot of lying that you've reconciled with, a lot of forgiveness and stuff like that, a lot of cheating and stuff like that you've forgiven and gotten over with. Then yeah, narcissists will 100% feel like they are not responsible for your feelings, and they like we just do. Like we literally take your feelings as criticism because we know we hurt your feelings. Accountability to a narcissist is kryptonite. We don't like to be accountable. Like accountability hurts. It makes me y'all just saying the word accountability and thinking about it makes my stomach hurt. Like it's weird. Like, you know, I've gotten better at it because due to therapy the last 4 years, but just overall being a narcissist out here in this world and trying to take accountability for my actions, it hurts. It sucks. I'm just thinking about it hurts and sucks. Like I said. So a lot of times when you're dealing with a narcissist, when you go to them and you say, hey, can we talk about my feelings? Or can we talk about the way I feel? That's automatic criticism, because the narcissist knows that they are responsible for how you feel, man or woman, non-binary person, whatever. You know what I mean? Gender is, irrespective to this situation right here, because narcissists, we just know. I'm telling you, we know. I'm telling you, they know. And that's why you can't convey your feelings, because your feelings are criticism, because we know we hurt your feelings. When you try to express your feelings or how we hurt you or how we affected you, that's what we know. It's like an insult to it's an insult to what we are doing, how we are living our lives. It's like you're holding us accountable for how you feel. So we'll immediately direct it back to you. Oh my goodness, you're too sensitive. You're too emotional. I'm not responsible for your feelings. What about my feelings? What about how I feel? Blah, blah, blah this, blah, blah, blah that. And people keep asking me, one of the main questions I get in my comment section is, well, how do we deal with that, Lee? How do we deal with that? How do we convey our feelings to a narcissist? You have to go straight to the point. You can't beat around the bush. You can't lead with the word feelings. Let me talk about how I feel. Just say, hey, look, I didn't like the way you did that. I didn't like the way you handled that. Because if they act like this now, they'll act like this forever. Because that's who we are. That's who we are. We don't plan on changing either. Because change means if we have to change, if we admit that we have to change, then that means that we are responsible. That's taking accountability for how you feel. And narcissists, I'm just letting y'all know, if you choose to stay in a relationship like this is how it's going to be. It just is. This just is. This is how it's going to be, and you need to accept that. The only thing that you can change is yourself. When we literally, You cannot change a narcissist. You cannot do that. The narcissist has to want to change themselves and change their behaviors at that. My arm getting tired. I'm doing this on my phone. But yeah, and change their behaviors at that. Narcissistic people, we don't want to be responsible for how you feel. We are just, we have limited emotional capacity. Most narcissists, some people, some of them have no emotional capacity, but the ones with limited emotional capacity, I only have enough emotional energy for myself. So when you try to bring your emotions to a narcissist, that's why they're like, look, I'm on E right now. I'm on empty. You about to ruin my weekend. You about to ruin a whole day. Like, you starting this early in the morning, you handle this late at night when I get off of work. Like, goodness gracious, I can't have a free moment to sit down and enjoy myself, and I gotta hear this mess. Literally. And y'all know how it is too. You know exactly how it goes too. And I know a lot of people will feel this and understand where I'm coming from when I'm saying this, because that's how it goes. Like, if you choose to stay in a relationship with a narcissist, this is your life. It can get better. The only way it gets better if you get better. Get better at not letting them affect you. Get better at not letting them take advantage of you and things like that. Not reconciling with them consistently, not forgiving them consistently over and over again, making it okay, because the more you forgive a narcissist, the more that they think it's okay. Like, I'm just trying to let everybody know, because narcissists, like, this is the point of my platform, to let you know, like, what goes on in my mind. Like, I just remember distinctly my wife coming up to me and just like, look, can we talk about how I feel? Can we talk about that situation last night? And I'd be like, oh my God, here we go again. I thought we handled that last night. And that was one of the biggest issues in my relationship previously, is leaving arguments on pause, because we were having the same argument over and over and over again. And I would ask my therapist about that, like, why we keep having the same damn argument? She was like, because you don't finish them. You leave the argument, or you leave the argument on hold, you push pause on the argument, and you don't finish the argument, so you're gonna have it later on. If you don't finish it later on, it piles up. You have another argument later on. You have 2 or 3 more arguments. Like, it doesn't finish until you finish it. And as uncomfortable as it is to finish arguments and conversations like that, I had to get better at doing it, to keep my family together, to keep things together. And I know people are just like, well, you're still a narcissist, Lee. Well, I can't change who I am. This is who I am, y'all. This is who I have to be. I'm going to make the best of who I am and who I have to be. Like, point blank, period. I hope y'all can get to I hope more narcissistic people can get to the point where they feeling okay with themselves, to be able to convey how they feel to you know what I mean? Because not only are narcissists bad at dealing with your feelings and how you feel, we are terrible at dealing with our feelings and how we feel. And my therapist said this one thing to me. It made so much sense to me. She said, if you don't get better at expressing your feelings and how you feel in the moment, later on, it will come out as anger. No matter what that feeling is you repressed, it's going to transfer into anger later on. It's going to transfer into frustration later on. It's going to transfer into rage later on, because you don't know how to express it in the moment and things like that. 100% true right there. Like, because if you don't handle it in the moment, it turns into anger, rage, frustration. It just does. I tell this people all the time, get it out of your system, because if you don't get it out of your system, it's going to be an argument later on. Having a simple, uncomfortable conversation right now will help you save an argument later on, or fight later on, or some abuse later on, mental, physical, emotional, whatever. You know what I mean? But like I say, if you're going to stay in a relationship with a narcissist, this is one of the things you might have to get better at dealing with, is them not knowing how to process their feelings and not knowing how you deal with yours. And that's just how it's going to be until you put a stop to it. If you want to be in this relationship, you know what I mean? You have to be the one to do it. You have to change you. And by you changing you, that person will inevitably either have to change, or y'all gonna have to go your separate ways. Point blank, period. I know you don't want to see, you're so in love, you don't want to see them with anybody else, but like, you literally might have to do that for your own peace and your own mind, your own sanity. And y'all, if this is your boyfriend acting like this, your husband, they will act like this as your husband. If this is your girlfriend acting like this, they will act like this as your wife. Point blank, period. People don't change because they get married and because they upgrade their relationship status. Typically, narcissists get worse. I'm gonna do a longer video on that later on. But thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Your feelings are like, literally, this is narcissist talking to you. Your feelings are your own responsibility. Take care of yourself.